Hey, what's up? Drew here, founder of Freight to Freedom. And in this video, what I want to do is just give you some information about freight brokering. That way, when you jump on a call with our enrollment specialist, you just have at least a little bit of high level knowledge so you're not going into it blind and you can have a legitimate conversation around, is this the right opportunity for you or not, right? So just looking at both sides. So let's go and jump into this. All right, so here's how to get a lucrative remote freight brokering gig in as little as 90 days. We're going to go through what it is and why it's one of the best income opportunities in 2025, 2026. So, what is freight brokering all about? Well, the cool thing about freight brokering is one, it's completely remote. Great if you want to travel, leave the space you're in. I love getting out of Kansas City, especially in the winter. It's extremely flexible. You are a business owner, so you get to make your own schedule. You get to be part of an impact-driven, high-performance culture. You'll be providing something that is genuinely helping businesses because they're shipping freight every single day. And you'll also develop a high value skill in our new economy. So once that's mastered, you will have the financial confidence to never have to worry about money again. And you'll be able to do all this without having to create your own product, make a website, build complex funnels, and learn marketing. You will not have to run any ads. You don't have to build an operations organization or hire a big team. You don't need to do any fulfillment, so no Shopify, none of that type of stuff. And no, you do not have to deal with any of the other headaches that starting with a traditional online business. Now, let me go ahead and show you what's possible. These are just a handful of our client reviews. I'll read through them real quickly. We've got a niece in the top left talking about how now freight brokering is her full-time job. It's a great program that gives you everything that you need to be successful as a freight broker. And after just a few months, I can confidently say I wish I would have made the decision to change my career path a long time ago. Anise is awesome. You'll see her in the community. She is incredible at what she does. Next, you got Dan talking about the great system. They have all the training required to get you up to speed on all the terminology, systems required to be a freight broker. Along with training, you get a coach assigned to you to help you keep track and to speed things up as quickly as possible. Once you get familiar with everything and you're making calls, getting clients, what we do is we give you access to our virtual assistants that help you with the day-to-day stuff. This is huge for Dan. Dan is a business owner and also has another full-time job. And so the virtual assistant that he gets to work with really takes 90% of his day in, day out activity off the table. He says it's great to have access to this system as it enables you to be able to work on your business instead of in your business. And then down at the bottom, we got Mr. Caleb. He says, terrific program. Freight to Freedom has been a terrific program from the day I started. They really focus on getting you set up for success as much as possible with the one-on-one coaching and live calls every Tuesday and Thursday. What I've learned is that freight brokering really isn't that hard. It just comes down to putting in the work and doing what these guys are guiding you to do. He landed 4 new clients his very first month and a half, excuse me, and he couldn't be happier. Thank you, Freight to Freedom. So just a little inside peek as far as what our students are saying about the program. So what is freight brokering? Let me tell you a little bit about my background first, and then we'll jump into it. So this is something I've actually done. In 2008, I went from knowing nothing about freight brokering to being a top 5% freight broker at the #1 freight brokerage in the world. 2013, I left that 9 to 5, achieved financial freedom. 2016, I automated my multi-million dollar freight brokerage, earning multiple 6 figures per year while working less than 10 hours per week. It was awesome, right? I began teaching others how to create financial freedom for themselves by utilizing my systems and processes. Now let's get into the opportunity and where you come in. So, how do you make money as a freight broker? Well, you make money each time you connect a shipper with a carrier and negotiate how much the shipper will pay that carrier. Once the shipment is delivered, you'll earn a percentage of that negotiated price. Pretty simple. We teach you how to do this by building relationships with businesses that ship products and identifying carriers through a load board, which is an online quoting platform that we give you access to in order to facilitate the shipping process. We primarily focus on over-the-road freight between the US and Canada, as there are tens of millions of businesses across North America that need their products shipped on a daily basis. Now let's get into the math of how you make money. So let's just say you want to make 10K per month. Lots of people do at least 6 figures. Well, at $200 to $500 in commissions per shipment, and we'll just go on the low end and just say $200 per shipment. If you broker 50 shipments per month and your average client ships with you once per week, that's only 13 clients that you need in order to build your book of business to 10K per month. Pretty sweet. What we can do is we can actually teach you how to land 20, 30, 40, 50 clients plus because we've got over 100 clients in our brokerage. So getting to multiple dozen is not that hard. Well, let's get into a few caveats. Obviously, you have to be committed, you have to work hard, you have to stick to the training with us, right? This is not get rich quick. You're building a real business that will pay you for a lifetime. Now, let's talk about your call with our team. Number one, make sure to show up. We don't deal with folks who can't follow what they say. No second chances. Number two, re-review the part in the video about how freight brokering works so you actually get the gist. If things still aren't entirely clear, don't worry, we will review that in more depth on our call. And number three, show up in a quiet place for your call, right? Bring a clean sheet of paper and something that you can take notes with. Now I'm going to show you a few more examples of what's possible as a freight broker. First, we've got Dan. Dan is an incredible student. He's the one that absolutely loves working with the virtual assistant. He's got limited time, so our main focus is to help him work smarter rather than harder, right? Next, you've got Mario. Mario is very, very new to the program, and in under 2 weeks of moving into the phase two, where he can actually go out and start getting clients, he landed his first shipper. Next, we have Mr. Caleb Drake. Caleb is incredible. He knows the space like the back of his hand. He's learning very, very quickly. And he is actually the one who has landed multiple clients in his first month and a half, 2 months. I think he's now up to 6 clients, and he's not even been in a full 2 months yet. And then finally, we've got Miss Anise, who hit the 100K club. That means she has booked over $100,000 in gross shipping revenue inside of her business. And she did that in under 3 months. We usually recommend to do that in your first 6 months. She did it in half the time. She is a killer. You'll meet her inside the community. Well, that's all I got for now. We really look forward to seeing you on the call. So make sure you mark it in your calendar, and we will see you then. Take care.